Hello everyone, my name is Rajat Agrawal and I have been a GMAT quant tutor for over 6 years now. I am starting this series of videos to assist you guys with GMAT prep. In these short videos, I'll explain important concepts and share some effective methods to solve problems, hoping to take you closer to your aim of a great score. Now, what is GMAT exactly? The GMAT stands for the Graduate Management Admission Test. The first and foremost, we have to understand the test, right? So, GMAT is the most popular test for admissions to management or business programs worldwide. Although the GRE is catching up fast, most of the schools have now started accepting both the GMAT and the GRE for business and management programs. The GMAT is a computer adaptive test. Now, what does computer adaptive test mean? It means that the quant and the verbal sections of the test have questions which are not pre-decided. The difficulty of the test tailors itself in real time to your ability level. Again, what does it mean? So, for example, the section will start with question of a medium difficulty, and then if you keep on answering correct, the difficulty level of questions will keep on rising. And if you answer wrong, the difficulty level will become easier. So that's how the system adapts itself to how you are performing, which also means that each question will carry a different weightage or a different score. The difficult questions will be scored differently than the easier questions. So it's a very sophisticated test in that sense. A major advantage is that the test is available throughout the year. It costs $250 and the score is valid for 5 years. So you can take the test this year and apply to programs in any of the next 4 to 5 years. Major advantage, right? The official website is mba.com. The link is mentioned here. It is also mentioned in the description. Now, coming to the 4 sections in the test, one of them is called the Analytical Writing Assessment, AWA. The GMAT states that it measures your ability to think critically and to communicate your ideas. Okay. What exactly does it mean? So you will be given an argument in the form of a short paragraph, and you will have to write your response, analyzing that paragraph in terms of finding the strengths and weaknesses in the argument presented. You will be given 30 minutes for that. There's only one question, one argument to be evaluated. And the score is on a scale of 0 to 6 with increments of 0.5. So that's one of the sections, which is a 30-minute section. Another section is called Integrated Reasoning, or IR. So it measures your ability to analyze data and evaluate information presented in multiple formats. That's what the GMAT officially says. So fundamentally what IR does is, it throws a lot of information to you in different formats, tables and graphs and paragraphs and articles, and then you're asked to answer different types of questions. So overall there are 30 minutes for 12 questions, and there are 4 different types of questions based on graphs, tables, questions that are called multi-source reasoning, and 2-part analysis. Now these terms may appear confusing, but will be clear once you have a look at the IR section. That will come in later in this series of videos. The score of IR is on a scale of 1 to 8 with increments of 1. Alright, 6, 7 or 8 are considered good scores. Anything below 6 may not be considered as a great score by schools. Now the third of the 4 sections is what we call as the quantitative reasoning or the math section. The GMAT says that it measures your ability to analyze data and draw conclusions using reasoning skills. That's the official description. So fundamentally it contains math which is taught within the 10th grade in the school system. So nothing very difficult, nothing very complex, no calculus or higher algebra as such. Very elementary stuff. The time for the quant section is 62 minutes and there are 31 questions. So roughly 2 minutes per question. There are 2 types of questions which are called problem solving and data sufficiency. Now problem solving is a regular multiple choice question with 5 options. Data sufficiency is slightly different, which is unique to GMAT. We'll look what data sufficiency is in subsequent videos. Right? So you get a score for the quant section, which is on a scale of 6 to 51 with increments of 1. So maximum you can score 51. Alright? This is called as the scaled score for the quant section. And the 4th section is the verbal section, measures your ability to read and understand written material, to evaluate arguments, and to correct written material to conform to standard written English. Again, that's the official description. For us, what's important is that the verbal section is of 65 minutes duration, has 36 questions, and 3 types. What are the 3 types? Critical reasoning, reading comprehension, and sentence correction. Right? Again, each question will have 5 options to choose from. Scoring is on a scale of 6 to 51, similar to the quant section, with increments of 1 point each. Alright, so there are 4 sections, so there are 4 separate scores. Now, just to look at the scores once again, the writing assessment part scored on 0 to 6, increments of 0.5. Integrated reasoning scored on 1 to 8, increments of 1. Quant 6 to 51, verbal also 6 to 51. So you get 4 scores, but there is a total score as well, which is on a scale of 200 to 800. And this is what is most commonly talked about, right? You hear people talking about a 700 or a 720 or a 750. So that's the total score that is based on the performance in quant and verbal only, right? So what you do in quant and what you do in verbal will collectively be scored on a scale of 200 to 800. And you will separately get a score for AWA and for IR as well. Right? So all this detail is what is contained in your official score report. Alright. Now there are 3 choices in which you can attempt the sections. These are the 3 choices. So you can take AWA, IR, quant and verbal in this order. You can take verbal, quant, IR and AWA. Or you can take quant, verbal, IR and AWA. Alright. Now, there are provisions for breaks as well. So you can take 2 short breaks, one between quant and verbal and one between IR and quant here or IR and verbal here. Right? So there are 2 small breaks available of 8 minutes duration each. Now presently the GMAT is also being offered online. You can take it from your home because of the COVID pandemic situation. A lot of test centers are not functioning. So from April, GMAT has made the test available online, which is available for a reduced fee. And in the online test, you don't have to take the AWA. So the online test that is being offered has only one order available. It's strictly quant, verbal and IR. There is no AWA in the online GMAT available at home, right? But that is a temporary provision. I think it's available only till August. They will stop, they will reassess the COVID situation and then decide how long to continue with the online GMAT. Alright. So that's a brief introduction about the test. Please keep following. Stay tuned for more videos. You can connect with me on Telegram. This is the link for my Telegram channel, also available in the description. You can seek advice, and I'll keep on posting relevant questions and interesting stuff on this channel. So you can boost your preparation, get in touch with me. Let's conquer the GMAT. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned.